Good afternoon. My name is Sam Moskowitz. Today, I will be providing a brief overview of the Internet of Things and how this web of technology is changing the world of logistics and supply chain. To start, I'm sure all of us are aware of what the Internet is. As far as functionality goes, the Internet is an incredibly flexible tool that we all use and allows us to share images, documents, view media, perform calculations, and other tasks, among other things. But in all of these cases, the data being input is uploaded by physical humans for people. This is where the IoT sets itself apart. Within the IoT, machines are tasked automatically with gathering data from their surroundings. From there, the data is processed and sent to other machines for automatic adjustments to be made in the system or sent to humans for intelligent decision making. To us as consumers, these machines are sometimes called smart products. Think of how your smartphone interacts with Nest's thermostat system, for example. By tracking your location, your phone is able to inform the Nest system of where you are when you're away from home and when it seems like you'll be returning. And then it turns your heat up and down accordingly to save you money on your gas bill. While this kind of tech can affect every part of the supply chain, three major areas which can benefit from the IoT are transit, warehousing, and last mile delivery, as identified in a collaborative report between DHL and Cisco on the technology's implications. Let's start with transit. For most logistics, the occurrences that happen between human checkpoints are informational black boxes. By placing sensor technology inside of freight in transit, like with DHL's smart sensors as seen above, managers can start to track some of these unknown metrics. These include freight velocity, from which you can figure out the likelihood of damaged goods, humidity for sensitive goods like antiques and wines, light exposure to determine the exact moment when a crate was opened, shock events, and location. This information could lead to scenarios where managers are alerted of potential exposure or damaged goods well before they arrive at any kind of location. With that information, managers can evaluate whether they should reorder the goods immediately, create a separate staging and unloading area for the truck as to not impede other deliveries, or contact the driver to turn around, all possible in real time thanks to the Internet of Things. In combination with DHL's Resilience 360 software, which tracks real-time volatility of global shipping lanes, the IoT can provide risk mitigation in every step of transit with real-time adjustments. As for warehousing, the Internet of Things can provide great utility to nearly every step of the operational process. In current operations, the largest example of IoT tech comes in the form of RFID tags. These tags are attached to an item or pallet as they enter a warehouse and can store information about the goods as it passes through various processing stages. Unlike barcode scanners, RFID tags do not need to be manually scanned and instead transmit data through proximity. This removes a human point of failure in uploading data to a central hub and ensures that the package's location and stage are always known. Combined with weight sensors, firms can also create a data pool that ensures proper load bearing is achieved on shelves and minimizes safety hazards and catastrophic failure risk. In addition, IoT tech inside of warehouses can include autonomous robot technology that can move items around a warehouse automatically, removing even more human error and generating more information on efficient pathing and routing inside of the building. The third key area for IoT, and the one that needs solutions the fastest, is arguably last mile delivery. Here, RFID tags can be used again and continued down the supply chain to consumers, allowing for product verification for items that have a high potential for counterfeit. The IoT can also establish optimal drop-off times for sensitive goods like groceries. By tracking the customer's location, with their consent of course, last mile delivery routes can be calculated to best accommodate them while also working in the best interest of the driver who has to meet a certain number of packages on a route in a day. Even in the traditional retail setting, where a customer might go to pick up an item themselves, sensors can be connected to the Internet of Things to be utilized in stocking and restocking, and can be placed on shelves to automatically alert associates to reorder when an item is running low. Finally, a discussion of the Internet of Things would not be complete without mentioning some of its drawbacks. First and foremost is security. The IoT industry is currently saturated with hundreds of products made by numerous firms, all with various levels of security. For purchasers of IoT equipment, extra care has to be given to auditing these firms who are making your equipment, with special emphasis on ensuring that your customers' data is being stored responsibly and not being used in places that are unknown to you. Connected to this is the issue of data rights and privacy. As consumers become more aware of the data their technology is collecting, a sizable percentage of them will forego the convenience of the smart product ecosystem in favor of the privacy of their own data. In addition to security, managers should be aware that a top-to-bottom system using IoT comes with a deluge of info. It might not seem like it, but the amount of info that the IoT generates requires mass data storage centers that can cost thousands of dollars in maintenance fees, not to mention the upfront cost of installation and the generally higher salaries of IT technicians and engineers when compared to warehouse workers or delivery drivers. These trade-offs can be accounted for within the traditional star diagram for logistics, with managers needing to decide whether the additional expenses to their ordering systems and information systems departments outweigh the savings obtained in their other sectors. Additionally, managers must be aware of the limitations and protocols that their sensors have in order not to extrapolate the data and their conclusions too far. Thank you again for watching. I hope this presentation helped inform you of the Internet of Things and all of its possibilities for consumers and managers alike.